Hello, boys and girls. Good morning. And I hope that you're having a really good day because today is going to be the best day ever. And I'll tell you why. Because our story is about Little Miss Birthday. Oh, Little Miss Birthday is a really, really fun book to read. So let's see what it's all about. Little Miss Birthday enjoys every day because every day it is somebody's birthday. And Little Miss Birthday loves finding the perfect birthday present for the perfect person. She loves choosing presents, she loves wrapping presents, and she loves giving presents. And you know what? She always chooses the exact brilliant present that you have been waiting for. No matter how fussy the person might be, she's perfect at choosing presents. Now, before we go any further, there is someone who works in our classroom who I think we should call Little Miss Birthday. Because, did you know, Mrs. Campbell is amazing at picking presents for people. Do you know, every time it's my birthday, her present is amazing. And every time it's Miss Stoneman's birthday, her presents are fantastic. And every time it's one of the other teachers in P1, Mrs. Campbell is amazing at picking presents. So I think the next time we see her, we have to tell her she's like Little Miss Birthday. Now, this is one of the examples of Little Miss Birthday's perfect presents. Last year, she gave Mr. Fussy a tiny iron for ironing his shoelaces. It was exactly what he needed. No one was sure if they'd ever seen him look so happy as he was when he got that. And she gave Little Miss Star a radio that gives her a round of applause every time she turns it on. Every time. Perfect. And she gave Mr. Bump a bed with no legs. So if he falls out in the middle of the night, he never hurts himself. That's how perfect she is at giving presents. Now, just like Mrs. Campbell, Little Miss Birthday has a birthday book to help her keep track of everyone's birthday. And it's a very big birthday book. Last week, Little Miss Birthday was leafing through her book to find out whose birthday was coming up. Oh, Mr. Lazy. Easy peasy. I'm going to give Mr. Lazy an alarm clock with a silent alarm, so it won't even wake him up. Now, who's next? Mr. Wrong. A very puzzled expression came across Little Miss Birthday's face. She could not think of anything to give to Mr. Wrong. Just think harder, she said to herself. But the harder she thought, the more puzzled she became. Little Miss Birthday did not have a clue what to give Mr. Wrong for his birthday. Everything she thought of was just, well, wrong. The next day, she had plenty of time to ponder this problem because it was Little Miss Late's birthday. And Little Miss Late, we know, is always late. When she got her present, it was the most perfect present of all. Because Little Miss Birthday gave her a bus stop she could take with her. So she would never be late to get the bus again. Perfect. that night, little Miss Birthday could hardly sleep a wink. Mr. Wrong's birthday was drawing closer, and she still had no idea what to give him. The following day, little Miss Birthday decided that it was the simplest thing to do was to visit Mr. Wrong and hope that he would give her some ideas. Well, Mr. Wrong lives in a house that's just wrong. We've seen it before. When little Miss Birthday rang the doorbell, it did not go ding dong, and it didn't go buzz. No. It went oink oink. Come in, said Mr. Wrong as he answered the door and promptly stepped outside, because we know he gets everything wrong. Mr. Wrong and little Miss Birthday made themselves comfortable in the garden. After a long conversation, none of which made any sense to little Miss Birthday, she did not have a clue. She'd had a nice time, but she was no closer to solving the problem of what to give him for his birthday. The next day, little Miss Birthday went for a walk. What would Mr. Wrong want more than anything? She asked herself as she watched the autumn leaves floating by. Morning, Mr. Muddle, she said to Mr. Muddle, who was on his way to the shops, or was on the way back. She wasn't sure. Afternoon. Lovely summer day we're enjoying. But it's not summer, said little Miss Birthday. And that gave her an idea. Thank you, Mr. Muddle, she said, and she rushed off to organise Mr. Wrong's birthday present. A few days later, it was Mr. Wrong's birthday. Little Miss Birthday went round to his house. He heard the doorbell. Oink, oink. But he kept opening the wrong door. He opened the pantry door and the cupboard door and the fridge door. Finally, he opened the front door. Goodbye, he said. He looked at little Miss Birthday. You've brought me a present, he said. It must be, Before Mr. Wrong could utter a single word, little Miss Birthday cried out, Happy Christmas, and gave him a present wrapped in Christmas paper. Mr. Wrong stood holding the present in astonishment. I was about to say it must be Christmas. I was right. Mr. Wrong was over the moon. Little Miss Birthday had given him the one thing he wanted more than anything in the world. To be right. Even just once. Mr. Birthday tore the wrapping paper off his present. She'd given him a sledge. Oh, it's fantastic. I always wanted a bike. Little Miss Birthday just smiled. Oh, wasn't that so lovely? Poor Mr. Wrong is always wrong, and the one thing he wanted in the world was to be right, and she helped that happen. Now, that is how to give perfect presents. And as I say, if you need any help, you just ask Mrs. Campbell, because she is perfect at it. And tomorrow we'll read another story.